Hey, it's Dave Lawrence. Aloha, how are you? I hope you're doing good and are happy and healthy. Today we're welcoming back our good friend who has been on more than any other guest. Conversation not only to hear about what he's up to, but also get his reflections on the recent loss of Jimi Hendrix Experience drummer Mitch Mitchell, who we lost just last week. From Vanilla Fudge, his noted work with Jeff Beck, Rod Stewart, Ozzy Osbourne, Ted Nugent, and many others, current leader of his hot percussion show Slam, it's our buddy, Carmine Appice.
Hey, Dave. What's up, man?
Oh, aloha, brother.
There you go. How you doing?
I'm good, man. And
So, you did another interview with Slash?
I did. I was,
What was he doing?
He had that book that he put out last year, that self-titled book.
Really good.
Yeah, it did really good, and so then they put it on to paperback, and when they do that transfer, they do another round of promo for it. And, so it worked out. And
He called you, or did you call him?
He called me. Friends of mine set the thing up, who were doing the book, and thought I would be interested and that it would be a cool thing.
I know, his fucking book did great, you know?
Oh, fantastic. Great stories in it, too. And so it makes for, when a lot of these guys are pushing some kind of product that's far from the rock thing, it's not as interesting.
Yeah, they're all drugged out, that's why.
Right.
Well, I'm having a problem getting a deal because my story isn't a fucking drugged out story.
Right. Well, you got the good. What it is names and places, though. You've been to a lot of cool places.
Yeah,
and,
I know, but still, it's not easy.
yeah. Well, but yeah, that's how he got to be on, and yeah, that's good for him. He's got a lot of stories to tell, like you.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. I just rolled in from London last night with Leslie. We came in last night. We were there for 5 days, and went to a wedding there, and was going to have dinner with Jeff Beck, but he flaked out as usual. Talked to him, set it up, and then texted me and said he got stuck in the studio editing a DVD he's working on.
And did you guys go to London just for the wedding?
Yeah, we went to London for the wedding, and the guy Pete Mitchell that did the Carmine Appice special in September on the BBC invited us out there, and we went. And Leslie loved it. She was first time in London. She had a great time.
Ah, place is killer. Totally.
Yeah, so that was all pretty cool. And then when I was there is when I found out that Mitch Mitchell passed away. I said, oh, my God, because I was just with him on November 1st,
Yeah, your website has a nice tribute, CarmineAppice.com, but I wanted to hear your actual reaction. So tell me about that. When you first heard the news, what went through your mind, and what are some of your thoughts about him?
Well, I mean, I was blown away because, as I said, I was just with him. Matter of fact, my guy from Vic Firth just took some pictures the night. I saw him twice. I saw him in New York on around the 19th of October, and then in Vegas on November 1st. And in New York, we took some pictures of it, and Marco, my guy from Vic Firth, was just developing them, like recently, in the last couple of days. I mean, he found out he passed away, and then he was getting the film developed. He just got them back.
That's outrageous.
So there's pictures of me and Marco and with Mitch and a couple other drummers with Mitch, and I was surprised, but then again, I wasn't surprised because, Mitch was it seemed to me he was in some sort of drinking stupor.
Really?
Yeah. Because he wasn't finishing sentences properly, and I've known him since the old days, and he didn't have the energy that he had. And for some reason, I don't know why, but he couldn't play like he played at all. I mean, he couldn't play. Like he couldn't get on the drum set and wail at all.
Did you see him drinking?
Very staggered and very weird, kind of odd, hitting the notes odd, and it was sad to me. I was really sad.
Did you see him drinking, putting back a lot of alcohol or something like that?
No, I seen him taking a big bottle of alcohol to his hotel, I guess. Some sort. I don't know what it was. He was putting it in his bag, but he just seemed a bit spaced out,
Where'd you see the show? In New York?
I saw it in New York and Vegas.
So twice. You went twice. You got a real good sampling.
Yeah, well, originally, see, my friend Tommy in Vegas told me about it, and I thought it was a one-off. So I was coming back from New York to L.A., and I thought I would stop off and see it because I wanted to see it. And then after I booked the ticket and all, I found out it was a tour, and it was in New York, too. And it was in New York when I was here, and when I had a day off. So, one of the road crew guys was one of the guys that worked for Blue Murder and the Doors and all that. So I knew him really well. So he, hooked up the tickets, and and I went to see him in New York. And then after I saw him in New York, I wasn't going to change my ticket around again. It was going to cost me another $200-300. I said, I might as well just go. So I went again and I saw Mitch, hung out with him more this time, and I even said to him, well, you should give me a number. I'm going to be going to England. Maybe when you're off the tour and you go back,
right,
I'll give you a call. We'll get together. And it was a weird thing because my friend Tommy called me today and reminded me that he said, I said, so maybe I'll see you in England. He said, no, you won't, he says. And now, it's kind of weird. I was in England and he died.
That's super spooky.
Yeah, it's a little spooky.
And the timing coming just days after they finished the tour.
Yeah, I mean, staying in Portland a few days to die there. I don't know if his girlfriend. I don't think his girlfriend was with him because Jeff Beck told me that they were friends, him, Mitch, and his girlfriend, and the girlfriend had called up Jeff and Jeff's wife, looking out, and so she must have been in England. So he must have stayed on vacation by himself, which was awfully weird,
Yeah.
I wonder if he was by himself,
In the final city that he played in on that tour. I mean, that's just it's surreal. And you mentioned you got your long history goes back to being a part of his life when he was with Jimi Hendrix, right? I mean, what are your earliest memories?
That's when I met him. Sure. I mean, we used to hang out in England and in the States, all over the place when we toured. We toured together in the States for at least a couple of months, did probably 40, 50 shows with him.
Wow.
And, we had a great time with him, and I used to let him use my drum amps that I had, and, we just used to hang, He was an awesome drummer. He was an amazing drummer back then, So I was telling Leslie, she's seen him play, she says, I could play better than that, And she could, what she saw. And I didn't know what was going on with him because, you don't go from being an awesome, amazing player to playing like you've been playing for 6 months. Not even.
Compare it to when we saw Ginger Baker and Cream.
Ginger was 20 times better. Ginger was light years better than him. Okay. I'm telling you, he was doing stuff that Leslie could have played on drums.
That's
and Leslie's not a drummer even.
Right.
And she's practiced a little bit, but he would hit cymbals and miss them, the sticks would drop. He would hit things like on quarter notes, and every third quarter note he'd go for a cymbal and miss it, and it was unbelievable. I mean, it was so weird that they didn't have him mic'd up on the PA system,
Where would you say he fits in, Carmine, in the history of rock drumming?
Oh, he was right there with that, with the crew that started laying the foundation. I'd say it was, with me with the Fudge, him with Jimmy, Ginger, and Keith Moon with the Who. Those were the four, that set the foundation for what was going on,
And what would you say your earliest memory of Mitch Mitchell is? If you think back and you try to remember maybe the very first time you became aware of him.
Probably the first time I met him. Well, the first time I became aware of him was when I became aware of Hendrix,
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew Hendrix and I realized who it was. He used to be called Jimmy James. So, I listened to the album and I thought the drumming was awesome because it was very, very jazzy kind of stuff, you know. It wasn't really rock in the way that I knew rock. It was more jazz.
Right.
Light jazz, not big band jazz, like light jazz, you know, quartet jazz.
Jazz.
Yeah, and it was awesome, you know, when Jimmy would take off, so would Mitch, you know, he was great. Then I saw him in England at the Savile Theatre with Jimmy, and I thought it was great. I thought he was a monster.
And what was your first, if you think back, what's your first time that you met him, that you can remember meeting them?
Well, it was at that show, backstage at the Savile Theatre.
In London.
We went back there. And we just, you know, that's when we just met him in London, yeah.
Unbelievable. That's way back there. And you did 40 or 50 dates where Vanilla Fudge played with Hendrix.
Yeah, and then, you know, and we were at the last show that Hendrix did, you know, at the Isle of Wight. We played with Cactus.
Right.
Jimmy was playing with him, and Mitch was playing with him there, I believe.
Isle of Fermanagh, it's called, actually, that place in Germany. And in the Jimi Hendrix Experience records that they sell that show, believe it or not, on their Dagger Records imprint. And the Cactus name is on the posters. I remember telling you about this when I first got it.
That's right.
Remember that? Yeah, I told you about that before. They actually have posters reprinted inside the package, and they showed Jimmy and some of the other acts, and I can't remember, you know, who those other acts besides Cactus are. But it even said Cactus, and in parentheses ex Vanilla Fudge in there.
Right.
Is how it was. So yeah, when you see a peer pass away, are there things that it makes you think about in terms of stuff you haven't done with your career yet and you want to do?
Well, I mean, I'm always thinking about things I haven't done. You know, I mean, the thing I'm trying to do is get the slam thing off the ground and going. And, you know, we had a pretty wild year with it. You know, we're playing another gig Saturday in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I saw that.
You know, we've got some things going on for next year already, but you know, I'd really like to see this successful, you know.
So that's sort of the answer to it, really, is you've already started
I would like to play with BBA one more time. I think would be a fun thing to do.
Right, yeah, that's sort of what I meant, other than what you're currently, if there were any aspirations that come to mind, you know, especially when someone passes away like that. It's just out of curiosity, because you are the kind of figure who's been around a long, long time. You've seen a lot of people come and go. You've manifested your career in a lot of different ways, and I'm just curious if you get inspired or touched in some unique way as an artist.
I mean, it doesn't really inspire you. It's, you know, when you see somebody pass away, it makes you wonder, you know, when you're going. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we were talking about how old we are, you know, and he was 61, you know.
Right.
And I'm 61 also, you know.
Wow.
But, you know, it gets a little scary, you know. You wonder why, especially he died of natural causes. I wonder what those natural causes are. You know, were the natural causes because he was drinking? Was it because he did all the stuff he did through his life? Or, you know what I mean? It's a bit scary, you know, and, you know, not knowing what happened, and you were just with the guy.
Well, it's insightful. Your commentary, certainly coming from your perspective. Like I said, same with the Ginger. I was very fortunate to see Cream with you and be able to sit right next to you at Madison Square Garden and get your take on his drum solo and you know, playing throughout the show, how it compared to the old days. So. And interesting that you just spent some time with Mitch too. Now you mentioned the slam thing that you got coming up. You've done a lot of dates this fall. You should post more of those things on the YouTube, because I've searched it out and it's hard.
Well, we don't really put them on. I don't like to post stuff unless we really think it's great. You know?
Right.
You know what I mean? I did post the slam car on there.
Yeah. There's fan footage of the date from one of the dates in October that's up there.
Oh, what, on
YouTube? Yeah, from October 18th, I believe, is the date. Actually, I seem to even remember it.
Oh.
Yeah. How has that show been changing or evolving? What's up with it? I'm really proud that I've seen so much.
Well, it's not easy. We got you know, this manager is interested in helping us. He believes we can get it into, you know, like on cruises and in casinos and fairs and all that, and on TV, hopefully. and that's what it needs. Then we got another guy that's working with us who's trying to get a sponsor thing going. You know, we have a company behind us where it would, you know, support advertising and stuff like that. You know, so we're working on that. And then, you know, we've got a new agency that's trying to book new dates. And but the one that books more dates than anybody is Leslie.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is she still doing that? That's cool.
Yeah, she's doing. Hey, we just got a show we're going to do in March, opening up for
Edgar and Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny and Edgar Winter. How do you know?
Because I went on CarmineAppice.com and I did my homework, my brother.
I don't even have it on there.
Yeah, you do.
I do?
Yeah. On the website?
CarmineAppice.com?
East Coast, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere on the East Coast.
I didn't.
You've leaked it.
Did you post that, baby, anywhere? I can't post that anywhere. Did you post it on MySpace?
No, it's on the website, the regular website.
What the hell? Well, how did they get it on my website?
But it's under your tour dates.
Okay. Hold on a minute.
Yeah. I knew all about it.
Done it.
I was very proud of you. Looks good. That's a fun gig. Where is it? Connecticut or something?
It's in Westboro Music Fair.
Yeah, right. That's what I meant. Yeah, somewhere right around there. Yeah, it's online, CarmineAppice.com.
How could Dave have known? I might have told Dave. Ah, you might have told Dave. See, there you go. You might have told Dave.
How's my little buddy? Can I talk to her and say hi to her?
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me look at this. Yeah, there it is. Holy shit.
Breaking the news to you, brother. Glad I can be of service.
I didn't even know it was on there. Hold on a minute. Maybe Dave wants to say hi. Hi, Dave.
Hey, you.
How are you?
A big aloha.
Back at you.
What's going on with you, besides managing Slam there?
Just came back from London. That was fun.
That's a great thing. Your first time there.
The first time there, I loved it.
Yeah.
I could live there. That's how much I loved it.
I know. It's like Boston, kind of. It's very, there's something sort of charming about it, like you do want to live there. I know the feeling.
Yeah. And I'm going in to do a little radio show demo into Sirius, trying to get me in there and see if anything happens, and then try and weasel us back in.
More power to you.
Yeah, well, I really want to work, so, you know, whatever gets me back to work will be good with me.
Yeah, that's the attitude you got to have these days. There's no question. It's a totally different climate than it once was.
Oh, it sure is. What about you? What's going on with you? I'm sorry to hear you didn't get that Jersey thing. I was anxious for you to be nearby.
Yeah, and it would have been fun to be near you guys. You know, I'm optimistic that something will work out, but it's difficult out there, as you know.
Yeah, it is difficult. Yes. No, I mean, they're all contracting, all these companies.
Well, good luck, Leslie, and you know that if I come back through the area at all, I'll definitely try to look you guys up and at least get a visit in. And
oh, yeah, are you kidding? What do you mean try? You have to.
I will. I guarantee it. If I'm in the area, we will hang. And
all right, well, how about you and your lady? You still with that lady?
Oh, yeah, she's the best. I sent Carmine, ask him, say, hey, let me see the Dave Shark picture. We had a shark in Waikiki, Leslie, if you can believe that. We actually had a right on the beach. You could have walked out and touched it that close. I got my picture with the sign.
Oh my God!
I mean, how often do they have a shark sighting sign in Waikiki? I mean, no one here had ever even heard of such a thing. But big one too, 5 feet.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
it's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, right on for Waikiki Beach in water that a 5-year-old could have been playing in or whatever. I mean, it was really shallow. It was shocking. So I sent Carmine the picture, and at my MySpace I have a short video, and it's hard to make it out because the shark is underwater, obviously, but you can see this large thing cruising around and being menacing. So, yeah, but everything's good and out here otherwise. Thanks for asking.
Cool, man. Good to talk to you.
You too, and we'll talk again soon, and thanks for being on with me.
All right. Good luck to you. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I was really hoping for the Jersey job, but it just means something more suitable is coming along.
I love that kind of talk.
No, I believe it. Yeah. You know, everything always works out eventually.
It does. All right, kiddo.
Oh, good. All right, hang on.
Thanks.
Get back to Carmine. Okay, man.
So, hey, real quick, I see at your site there are links to Out Through the Indoor, the tour for the Zeppelin never materialized, but yet I see you're selling your covers record. What's up with that?
Well, you know, we had copies made when we did some dates in March.
Mm-hmm.
we just, we just split the amounts, and everybody's selling them on the sites and whatever.
So it's like a limited edition sort of thing?
Yeah, we only have, there's probably 350 left that we had to sell. That's it.
So what's the status of the fudge?
Nothing. It's gone.
Is it?
History.
Really? No
Yep.
more anything with those cats?
No, we're not going to do nothing with that. I can't work with Mark Stein anymore. He's a waste of time.
I'm so glad I saw the show with Purple at Radio City. What a good investment that was, huh?
You did. That was a good show.
To come all the way back from Hawaii and get to see that, especially?
That was the best show that we did since from then. That started it. We did a handful of shows, but that was the best one.
Well, no, that was dope. How about Cactus? A Cactus update, anything?
Cactus, we still got some things going on. Actually, I'm working on some new DVD deals with the show we did at the NAMM show last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we'll see about that. And then this agency that's going to book Slam, so they can do a few dates a year with Cactus also. So.
Well.
So that's just going to be, if we do 4 or 5 gigs a year, that's about it for Cactus,
But you'll be concentrating on Slam otherwise?
Yeah, pretty much I'm going to try and concentrate on the Slam thing. And the D-Drum thing, they got my new kit coming out, the Carmine Appice ES kit,
Oh, nice.
The Ed Sullivan kit. So the first time I was at Sullivan, I had the big 26 bass drum with the red sparkle kit. So they're releasing that same kit as a collectible, 100 kits for the whole world.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing clinics and stuff to promote that,
And has your name on it? Is it like Carmine Appice signature drum kind of thing?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Carmine Appice signature ES kit.
Love that business.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool.
I'm proud of you. Very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting those. I'm going to autograph the insides of the shells. So I have to go down to Florida and do that probably at the beginning of January or something.
Well,
so,
I wish you good luck on that.
I'm straight on drum and Slam,
Well, keep kicking ass on all of it, my brother.
Okay, man. I will talk to you soon.
And I appreciate you sharing your thoughts on Mitch, too. That was really cool.
No
People
problem,
will
man.
dig it.
Okay, dude.
Be safe. Aloha.